Hi, I'm Christopher Dunnigan. This is HandmadeInVermont.com, and today we're talking about the Hubbardton Forge Fritz Mini Pendant. This is going to be the smaller of the two sizes. This is the 18-8900. So the idea with the Fritz is you get this incredibly beautiful piece of hand-blown glass. That's kind of what the story is all about here. They blow a very thick, you can see how thick that is, a thick tube of this glass, and then they roll it basically in crushed glass, put it back in the kiln again where it kind of melts together, and then when the light is coming down into this, it hits all of these little facets and just kind of reflects and refracts out. It's really cool. People love this in our showroom. They just can't stop looking at it. So we'll put that there for right now. Let's get into the size of the fixture body itself. So that's going to be independent of these rods that it's hanging from. You've got 16.8 inches tall. That's going to be from the bottom of the glass to the top of what we call the fitter, and then 3.3 inches in diameter. The overall height, now we're talking about the distance from the bottom of the glass to the actual ceiling itself. You're going to have a range. So you're going to have 19 inches at its shortest up to 64 inches at its longest. If you need longer than 64, drop me a quick email. Say you're looking at the 18-8900. Tell me what you're looking for. 116 inches, 94 inches. I'm going to take your email. I'm going to send it through Hubbardton Forge's customs department. They'll have a look at it with some engineers, and they'll come back to us with an answer to take care of your needs. Adds a little time and money, but we do it all the time. It's not a big deal. So let's talk about a couple things. So why don't we talk about how this all goes together. So let's look at the installations instructions now. If you're on the page for this on Handmade in Vermont, look over on that side of the screen. Midway down, you're going to see a link. It's going to say click here for installations instructions PDF. So open that up for me. You are going to see a full parts list. You're going to see lots of diagrams and drawings and how to put this together, but let's just talk about that now. You're going to be putting down two nice fluffy towels end to end on a counter or on a table. You're going to lay all your parts out. Glass doesn't go on until the very end after you have it up, so put the glass off to the side. The part with the socket's going to be on one end. You're going to put your little pipes, whatever pipes you guys decided you need to get the length that you're looking for. You're going to put your little pipes down and the little connectors down that are between it, and you're going to basically feed those wires all the way through all these little parts, right? And they're going to exit the canopy at the top. So this is going to be part of the equation. You're going to have that canopy down there too. And then afterwards, you're just going to take all these little parts. The rods have threading inside. The connectors have threading on the end. You're just going to kind of put them together like this. And when you put them together, it creates this almost seamless look. So check this out. Look at that. It's nice and smooth. You can barely even tell it's there. And then when you're exiting the top of this with your canopy, you're going to have the wires coming straight out here. This is a 5-inch round canopy. It's going to go over your 4-inch junction box beautifully. It's also slope ceiling adaptable to 45 degrees already. There's a knuckle right here built at the top. So you're just going to go like that. It's already set up. You just bend it down, no problem. So you're set up for a 45-degree angle. So after that, why don't we talk about what's going on inside of this. This is going to be using a GU10 socket, and a GU10 socket accepts a GU10 light bulb. And see the little prongs at the top? You basically just put them into the holes, turn it to the right, and they lock in very easily. If you want to go for a halogen on this, you can do that up to 35 watts because of the heat generated by a halogen bulb. I don't think you guys are going to do that. Most of you guys are going to do a LED on this, as we do in our showroom. And the best place to find this is, honestly, it's Amazon. They have an Amazon Basics, this bulb, which is dynamite. I use this all over our showroom. It projects an amazing bright light down. This is a great task light to put over a kitchen island. You know, if you want to put one over the, let's say, actually you might even want to do the other, though, kind of mix these up a little bit. So let's say you did these 3 of these over the kitchen island, and you wanted to have one over the kitchen sink higher up. You might go for the 18-8902, the larger one. That would be pretty cool. So they look a little different. Something to check out. Watch the video on that. Anyway, that one you probably want to have a little higher than these other ones that would be over the island. That one you could actually have above your eye line. So, or this one if that's the one you're going to be using. But this system of these rods will get you where you need to be. Back to the story on the bulb. So it's an MR16. That's the bulb you're going to be looking for. Like I said, Amazon Basics is the best place to get these, honestly. What you're going to be putting into that search engine, you're going to be putting in GU10 and then MR16 and 3000 Kelvin, and I'll talk about that in a second, 50 watt equivalent, and that should get you right to this bulb. When you're looking at all these bulbs online, you'll notice some of them are going to be offered in 2700 Kelvin. That's a super yellow light. It's beautiful, but it's really not great task lighting. Way on the other side of that is going to be daylight. It sounds like it's warm, it's not. That's a hot, cold hospital waiting room light. That's 4,000, 5,000, 6,000 on the Kelvin scale. The one you want is 3,000 Kelvin. That's called warm white. That's the light that's coming down on my hands right now. These are 3,000 Kelvin LEDs, and people come into our showroom and they think these are incandescent because they have that nice warm glow we all grew up with, but they're not. They're the same LEDs. So that would be my choice for this. It's also a dimmable fixture, and so make sure that when you're getting the bulb, you get a dimmable LED as well. Let's get into metal finishes now. If you're on our website, HandmadeInVermont.com, do me a favor, look over on the left-hand side of the screen. You're going to see a lot of red tabs over there. One is going to be the Finishes Help Guide. When you're done with this video, go over there and open that up for me, and you're going to see a video at the top of that page of me talking to you guys about the differences in Hubbardton forged finishes and how they can look on different types of forging. I'm going to be referencing a color chart just below the video, so scroll down a little bit, you'll see that chart. You'll notice there are pictures that have the letter A on them, pictures that have the letter B on them, and I'm going to be talking about that range you can see in variance on there in that video. So it's really important to watch the video, use that chart. When you're done with all that, come back down to that chart. You can click on any of those pictures and see a lot more samples of Hubbardton forged fixtures in that finish. If you want to see a bunch of stuff in dark smoke, click on dark smoke. If you want to see a bunch of stuff in vintage platinum, do the same, and so on and so on and so on. That's a great way for you to see a lot of Hubbardton forged stuff in different finishes and really take advantage of that, okay? So our showroom in Vermont has over 350 Hubbardton forged fixtures spread across 2 floors. We have a What's On display page on our website. It's going to be back in the red tabs over there. A lot of good things in that section. Check out. So when you open that up, you'll see it's all divided up into different sections like dining pendants and outdoor lighting. We're always adding to that. This is the biggest showroom in the world of Hubbardton forged. They don't even have a showroom like this. Nobody does. And they use this as their showroom when you guys come to Vermont to visit us. So lots and lots to see here. You can see all the different glass, all the different finishes, all the different fabrics, all of those things. In addition to that, we have a clearance center. So the clearance center stuff are returns, discontinued things, and showroom samples. That's an amazing deal for you. If you guys want to take advantage of that, you have to come here to Vermont to see us. And when you do me a favor, measure all the kind of things about your project and what you guys are doing. So the most important thing is measure your ceiling heights to begin with. Measure distances between junction boxes and like windows and ceilings and those kind of things. So if you're looking at sconces on the wall, you can see if they're going to fit for you. If you're doing pendants over a kitchen island, measure the distances between those junction boxes. Widths of tables, kitchen tables, dining tables, lengths of tables, islands, all that good stuff. And also do a couple more things. If you guys have some tablets or iPads lying around, take pictures of all these things. Take pictures of the kitchen, take pictures of the projects you're doing. Bring that in so we can kind of go through those pictures together and we'll be able to see what you guys are up to, okay? And also the boxes and clearance stuff, for clearance stuff, are basically packed for shipping. Don't forget, these were supposedly shipped out. So the boxes tend to be on the bigger side, so bring a decent size SUV if you want to take stuff home. It's a really good opportunity for you. When you buy your Hubbardton forged fixtures from HandmadeInVermont.com, shipping is free to every state except Alaska and Hawaii. There's no tax if we ship out of the state of Vermont. We're the only dealer that offers 90-day returns and no restocking fees. That's 3 months after you receive something to send it back, and there's no restocking fee on that. Some larger items and custom things, and it's usually going to be big things on pallets, are going to be non-returnable. It'll always tell you on the page for an item if that is the case, so always keep an eye out for that. And we also offer a rush program. So to get all these different metal finishes, Hubbardton Forged doesn't stock. They generally take about 3 to 4 weeks to get product out. We can cut that time in half, and it's really, really inexpensive. If you want to know more about that, just drop me a quick email and I can clue you in on details, okay? So our showroom in Vermont is open every day except Sunday from 11 to 6. I'm here every day except Sunday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Time. If you want to drop a quick email, you can do that all the time. And that's going to be at sales@HandmadeInVermont.com, and we spell out the word Vermont. Or you can call me during business hours, 802-446-2400. So thank you for stopping in today, and we'll talk to you guys soon. Take care. Bye-bye.